G'day everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Pierre and this is Simple Homebrew. I'm doing an All Inn Brewing Co.'s Wort kit today. It's a 15 litre Wort kit. It's a SABRE Session Pale Ale. Hope you're interested. So what we've got is a Pale Ale pre-made Wort kit. It's in a bag. We get to pour it into the fermenter, add about 5 litres of really fresh, pure water, which I now have my water filter on the kit. This should take minutes, not long. I've got my fermenter already sanitised and ready to go. And it's just going to be quick and easy. Just check and see if you're recording. All right, let's do it. Well, this is going to be so easy to do. All it is a pre-made Wort kit that you don't have to make yourself. It's just done for you. It's 15 litres. It's slightly concentrated, so you need to add another 5 litres or add it to your taste, but it does recommend 5 litres. On the box, of course, it says don't open it with a knife because there is a bag inside, so that I will not. I did get some... Look at that. Now, you do have to supply your own hops and your yeast, but don't worry. On the box, it actually says what they recommend to put into there. So that's what I've done. I've grabbed yeast, hops for later on. Yeast is going to be for now. I do have this bag of wort by the look of it. The box does say discard after a year after it's been bagged. So it's been put in the bag on the 1st of January 2023. So it's well truly within use by date, so that's good. So I'm happy to say this is going to be a good one. Now, I found that opening the box is one thing, pouring it out is another. On these boxes, what I noticed is this. There's a little nozzle, a little hole that they put tape over that I'm going to have to try and open so I can pour my wort out of it. Look, they taped it. Why did they tape it for? Now this is all fallen out. I'm going to get a knife. Oh look, I just noticed there's a bit of sediment in the bottom of that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh no, it's gone now. There was sediment all here because it was sitting on its base. So I guess mixing it a little bit would probably be a smart thing. So very quickly, I'll grab a pair of scissors. We'll just cut around this little opening here. It's a pity they taped it right over the opening because I actually use these things. This is very, very handy to have. The idea is you put the nozzle of the wort through here and lock it in place. So I'll pop that back in if I can. There's the nozzle. I'll put that through the hole. How silly is this? I probably should have opened it. Just on this end. I'll probably just say it somewhere actually. I really should have realised it before I did it. So, like I said, probably should have opened it this end and left all this closed. It's silly me. I obviously didn't do that, so I need to hold this together. Or I can do this and pour it like that. I suppose I can do that. That I'll do. And then I'll rinse it out with 5 more litres of water. All right, I'm going to get the fermenter. Be back. So they recommend Morgan's Premium Ale Yeast. It's American Ale Yeast, it says on here. But I've got Premium Ale Yeast. So it does tell you the hops, Azeka and Eldorado. There's 25 grams each of those. They are finishing hops. They're going to be dry hop later on, about 3 to 4 days into fermentation. So I'll pop that back in the fridge. That way I don't waste them. They smell good too, even going through that packet. We have our Morgan's yeast. This is what's going in with it, and we need 5 more litres of fresh, clean water. I do have a water filter now that I have in the system, hoping that will make it a lot better. I'm going to try and keep away from the Camden tablets, so try to get the chlorine out a little bit. If I can keep away from the Camden, I'm putting less chemicals in my beers, so that's really important to me. Anyway, I have an Apollo fermenter that I have cleaned and sanitised, all ready to go. I just need to tip out the sanitizer and then I can pour my wort in. Okay, most of the sanitizer has been removed. So now all I need to be doing is pouring my wort in. So leave it up there, it's going to be okay sitting there. Now, here's the challenge, getting it in. Ready? I'm going to grab that nozzle. I really stuffed it up, I must say, but what are you going to do? I know this nozzle has to be held. And does it screw off? Oh, it does. Oh, there's a little pull tag right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll probably throw that back there. There's a pull tag here. We pull it off and see how much of this I can actually spill. Air's getting in now, so it's got to be used now because the air's gone in. I will start the pour. And how precarious is that? I mean, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing there. Right, pretty good. Didn't spill much. Really vastly aerated it, which is great. Smells really nice. It's very sweet. Now what I'm going to do now is pump. I'm puffing because it's fairly heavy. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pump 5 more litres into this of just clean, pure water. Just to rinse it out, make it nice and clean, you know. I do have my filler meter that I have a video here for if you want to see what that is. Basically, it will measure my 5 litres that I need, and it's going to make me very happy to get it right. The water filter is a charcoal filter, and I just need to pump a little bit out just to get a bit of the black charcoal out of the water. It's not a big deal. It's only the first 100 ml, 200 ml of water. After that, it's purely clean. Even though if charcoal gets in your beer, it won't matter. It's just clean anyway. It's fine. Anyway, 5 litres. Start the pump. I will fill this up with 5 litres of charcoal cleared water. It will beep at me when I get to 5 litres. And it pumps about 10 litres a minute or something like that, so it's not too far slow. Should be 3 litres, 4 litres, nearly 5. Getting ready to go beep beep. Get ready to go beep. There it is. Okay, that's my 5 litres of extra water. I'll put the cap on, this way I can shake this up in the bag. Get that box out of the way. So it's a greatly aerated water, so that's a really good thing. We need oxygen in our beer anyway. So this will make up completely, will make up 20 litres of beer. That goes straight in. Now remember I was talking about sediment? When I was looking in the bag, I can see sediment sitting in the bag. There it is. It's got a little bit in there. It's not going to hurt anything. That's it. It's rinsed out, ready to go. You don't have to follow the rules of this completely, exactly how it says in the actual marketing material on the box. It doesn't matter. You can do it your own way. You can actually add your hops at a different state. You can put your hops in later on. This is a pre-made wort kit. Very quick, very easy. It's done. All I have to do now is just throw in my dry yeast, which I'll quickly sanitize the packet. There's a whole bunch of yeast in there with, it also has yeast nutrient already in the packet. People keep saying you're chucking yeast nutrient, blah, blah, blah. You do with the pre-made liquid yeast, but the dry yeast has yeast nutrient already in it. So you don't have to worry about it so much. Just sprinkle that in. Just make sure you get it all in there. This is a very simple way of making a beer. This is one that I'll probably hopefully drink very soon. It is done. I now just need to throw in my pickup tube. Oh, and my tilt, which I need to sanitize as well. Now I used to think this was out of calibration, but it's actually spot on. I tested it today. It is exactly correct at 20 degrees Celsius. So we throw that in, we'll probably mix it up a little. I don't want to stir it or anything. Now remember, this is cold, so it's going to be susceptible to any kind of bacteria from here on in. So be extra careful. Throw that in. So we'll let that settle for about 10 minutes. Then I'll use the tilt to measure the gravity, and that's our starting gravity. All right, I'm going to put this together, and we'll see you in the next bit. All right, so I've got the lid on, ready to go. I have a spundy. This is a beautiful little pressure control valve, which gives you a gauge that gives you an idea on how much pressure you have in your keg. I'll pressurize this. I'll let this ferment at 15 psi after about a day or two when the yeast settles down a bit. So smart to leave it at about 2 psi to let some of the bad gases out first. Then you increase the pressure to about 10 to 15 psi, depending on how you like it. I think 10, 15, 12, go between. It doesn't really matter so much. Once you get past the initial fermentation, all the bad gases will be gone, and you'll start getting some better gases going through your wort and giving you less off flavours. So I will pop this on the gas out, which is the one with the notches all in the side. Get it right, because if you don't, you will have beer coming out of your pressure relief valve or spundy. Probably should put some sanitizer on that. Here, pop it on that. It's got sanitizer. So fully sanitized. This will not currently under pressure, so it's good. Okay, I'm going to quickly shake this up. Shake it up. Just stir the yeast through. That's it. That's how, and I found a cloth. After all that. So that's it, the yeast is done, the water's done. I didn't have to do any work with trying to dissolve sugars because it's already in there. I didn't have to boil it. I didn't have to do anything else. I just needed to pour it into the pot, add water, put yeast in, make sure my stuff was clean, of course, but have it all up and running and working the way I want. So this will sit now, I would say, for 2 days. Then I'll bring the pressure up. And for your information, this is pressure stable, up to about 30 psi, I believe. And I'll store this at 20 degrees in my house. I'm not actually going to put it through a temperature controller, because now we're starting to get into autumn and we're starting to control that temperature in the house again. So it's staying at around 20 degrees, 21 degrees. That's probably an ideal temperature for this to sit at. All right, so we'll see you when I'm adding the hops. See you then. Well, I don't know what happened, but this is finished within 2 days. It just went nuts. No idea why. But now I have to add the hops in. Hopefully the best it's going to come out all right. Quite interesting. It started at 10:43. It's almost finished at 10:07. We shall pop this in. I'll have to undo this. Let some gas out. Yeah. This is the Azeka and the other one. Throw that in. It shouldn't be finished, but it is. I don't think it's finished completely, but what are you going to do? All right, that's in. It's going to have oxygen in it, but it's still fermenting a little bit, so the fermentation will destroy or remove that oxygen, so hopefully it'll be okay. All right, we'll have to wait for a few more days, maybe a week, and see how it goes. All right, see you then. All right, so I'm transferring the All Inn Brewing Co's Absolute Pale Ale. Look how bright it is. Look how dark, light it is. From my Apollo, using a bit of gas and extracting it through the keg I'm about to put it into. Well, I am putting it into, sorry. And it's going just fine. I've got the spundy as a breather, and it's under about 10 psi at the moment. I'm going to leave it at that. It should start coming out of the spundy. Once it does, we'll get a serving of it. I'll serve myself up some, and we'll see how it goes from there, hey? We'll taste it now. Cheers. So this guy, almost ready to go. It will clear out a lot more over time while it's carbonating. Now I've got it carbonating at 30 psi, and that should be kept in there for about 3 days to give it a full carbonation. And I'm going to barley, so I'm going to leave it for a week, just sitting in the fridge. Sorry, there's a spider there. Spiders everywhere in this shed. And I'm going to try it afterward. But today, this is just a, you know, kit to glass. And I just wanted to smell it. I'm not getting a yeasty smell at all, but it could be used to yeast now. But as a taste, let's see. It's got carbonation. It hasn't got a lot, but it's got a carbonation, bit of carbonation there. Yes, it does definitely need a bit of aging. Not much, it'll be fine after a couple of weeks. Got a bitter taste. I've got a little bit of a hoppy smell. I can taste the hops more than smell them more than this one. So far so good. There's no off tastes or flavours. Sessionable, very nice. Like I said, I'll give it a couple of days. Sorry, I'll give it a week or two to let it age, and then we'll do a full tasting on it and see what it actually is like after a couple of weeks. Guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. As you know, I've removed the YouTube member account off my YouTube channel. It's just been a pain in the butt to work with, and it's just not productive. YouTube takes more than what I get out of it, so I just got rid of it. A lot less work for me, but I still have buy me a beer or buy me a coffee, depending on which one you want to click on, but I do have a link below. And I also have Patreon that still runs. So if you guys are still interested in looking after the channel through them, by all means, please have a go. Anyway, guys, we'll check you on the next one. Have a great day, and I'd like to thank my Patreons for supplying the funds to do this channel, and you guys for watching this channel every time. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, and thanks for the thumbs up, and thanks for the subscription. Cheers.